What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It's currently 9:20 a.m. Thursday morning, June the 25th of 2026, year of our Lord. And we're out here at the 2-acre property right now, up here in Appling. And I just got done weeding. Got Emilio, my oldest boy. He's over there on the 61 right now. And I don't know if you can see him right there. Got Mason, my youngest boy. He's over there touching up some stuff on the weed eater that he missed. But anyways, guys, I wanted to holler at y'all for a minute, man. I've been having a pretty good week thus far. Really have, man. I picked up 4 customers yesterday, and I was able to get that cleanup, the Asian woman in the neighborhood. I was able to get her just about done. We ran out of daylight yesterday, and I've still got to put down the weed fabric and the mulch. We're going to take care of that today. We've only got 8 on the list now. Had TN1 canceled on me because Terminix is coming today. I don't know why they canceled because of Terminix. I don't think that I would be affecting them at all, but you know, whatever. But another one actually fired me this morning, and that's what I want to talk about, man. I had a customer text me this morning. I texted them last night, let them know I was coming. They said, cool, see you then. Same thing they always say. Well, he texted me this morning while I was on the way to this property. He said, hey, I talked to my weed and fertilizer company, which is Fairway Lawns. I'm putting their name out there because I'm pissed. This is the second time that they've done this that I know of. But they told me, they said, listen, or he told me, he said, listen, he said, I talked to Fairway Lawns this morning. It's just a little too bright for that. But he said, I talked to Fairway Lawns this morning, and he said Fairway Lawns told him that he needed to mow his grass weekly instead of bi-weekly because of the amount of Dallas grass that he has in his property. Fairway Lawns has been servicing this property for a little less than a year now. And the only reason the man has a weed and fertilizer company is because I told him he needed to get one. Because the HOA was on his tail about the weeds in the yards. And I told him, I said, you might want to find a good weed and fertilizer company. I said, because a neighborhood like this, somebody like me is not going to be able to take care of it with weed and feed. You get what I'm saying? And so that's what he did, and I recommended a company, and he did not go with who I recommended. I think he did it because of the cost, and that's fine. But this company told him this morning that the reason he has Dallas grass in his yard is because I'm mowing his yard weekly, or I'm mowing his yard bi-weekly instead of weekly. Now, I hope you can hear me, guys. There's a mower right here across the street from me. Walk over here a little further. Maybe you guys can hear me a little better. But he told me that, and I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to weed control and fertilization, but it doesn't make sense that mowing a yard weekly is going to kill or stop the spread of Dallas grass. And if I'm not, now he needs his lawn mowed weekly, there's no doubt in that, because ever since they started spraying it with fertilizer, it has taken off on him. So it does definitely need to be mowed weekly, and it would benefit him to cut it weekly. It would look a lot better. But for another company to blame the guy mowing the grass for his weeds when you're supposed to be killing the weeds, come on, man. Now, like I said, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to weed control and fertilization. But some of you guys out there that do, like Chad, for instance, over at Green Acres, I know you do a lot of spraying, a lot of weed control and fertilization. You do treatments, all that good stuff. Does me mowing his lawn weekly, is that going to kill the Dallas grass? Or them putting out post-emergent and pre-emergent as needed, is that what actually takes care of the Dallas grass? I'm curious, because I mow my grass about every 3 days, always have. And I had Dallas grass. I had Dallas grass all the way up to the point till I hired Matthews Turf Management. And I hired Matthews Turf Management because they are the best in the area. They're not expensive. They're just extremely good at what they do. And yeah, I'm frustrated, guys. Does that make sense to you? But regardless of the fact, they done this to me one time before, man. Last year I had a customer that nearly fired me, he said that Fairway Lawns told him that the reason that he still had grass, or I'm sorry, he said the reason that he still had weeds in his property was because I wasn't cleaning my mowers off. Guys, I pressure wash my mowers once a week. Now, there have been times where it gets away from me, like a lot of rain, a lot of mud, or I'm just so busy working 6 days, whatever it may be. Y'all go ahead and grab blowers. But there has been times where it's got away from me because of rain, just been busy working 6 days, whatever it is. But I've always cleaned my mowers. I pressure wash them once a week, and I blow them off every property before I put them back on the trailer. But does it make sense to you guys for a weed and fertilizer company to blame the man mowing grass for weeds being in the yard? But it's like I told the customer last year. I said, listen, I said, it's not the first time I've heard of this company blaming something other than the products that they use for weeds being in their yard. Now, these mowers that I have, I've always used these mowers. I use them on my yard, I use them on other people's yards, and yours is the only one that has a company to service weeds or to kill the weeds that still has weeds. Yours is the only one that's like that. And my opinion is, if they're doing their pre-emergent and they're doing their post-emergent and they're using the products that they're supposed to be using, good quality products, that it'll take care of it. It'll kill it, regardless of whether I'm mowing it weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever it may be. Now, does the yard need to be mowed weekly? Yeah, it needs to be mowed weekly. And I called the customer after he texted me. He didn't answer the phone, so I texted him because he didn't answer the phone. And I told him, I said, listen, I said, you're paying $94 a service right now for weekly mowing, and or for bi-weekly mowing. I said, if you go down to weekly mowing, I'll charge you $75. The reason being that the reason it'll be cheaper is because I won't have to double mow the property. And Emilio's giving that 9010 blower hell, y'all. Can y'all see him? Anyway, if I don't have to double mow, I'm not going to charge you as much, obviously. But he didn't even give me a chance. And there may be a reason behind that. He may not be happy with the quality. He may be wanting to save himself some money. But I don't see it lasting long. He's going to have to pay someone. It's an older man. All he has is a push mower, and it is a very steep hill that he's mowing. And he's got more money that he can spend. He lives in it's not a gated community, but it should be. It's a golf course community out here in Evans, and it's a very high-end community. But this guy's got more money that he can spend, and he shouldn't be out there cutting his grass. Not at his age. But yeah, man. Y'all give me your thoughts on that. I've been having a good week, but this right here, this situation right here, I was fine with it at first. You know, when he first texted me that this morning, I simply replied with 10-4, just let me know if you need me again. And then I thought about it, it stewed on me for about an hour, and then I got pissed off. And I told y'all before, guys, that's a toxic trait of mine. I let stuff get to me. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Everything started out slow this year, and I just recently started picking up customers. I picked up about 20 customers in the past month, and I'm not wanting to drop customers I'm not wanting to pick customers up to replace people that drop me. I'm wanting to retain the customers that I already have and grow on top of that. And, but, you know, you can only control so much. But just give me your thoughts on this, guys. Does that sound like something that's my fault, or does it sound like the man needs to find another weed and fertilizer company? Or do you think I just need to leave it alone? Don't worry about it, get over it. I've already talked to my buddy Buster down at New Hope Cuts, but y'all give me some feedback, man, and don't be scared to hurt my feelings. Well, look, man, I'll catch y'all on the next video. Y'all be blessed out there. Until then, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holler at y'all. Bye.